if you've done the vision boards, the affirmation, the gratitude journals, if you've scripted and visualized and raised your vibration until exhaustion from trying, and you still feel stuck, well, guess what? This episode is going to change everything that you thought you knew about manifestation and why it isn't working. And here's what I need you to hear right now before we go any further. It has nothing to do with your mindset. It has everything to do with your nervous system, that vagus nerve, okay? Nobody is talking about this. And I am done watching powerful, incredible souls keep on blaming themselves. They keep thinking that they're not disciplined enough, they're not spiritual enough, they're not aligned enough. And the real answer is sitting in your body right now, today. So welcome to Manifesting Miracles. I'm Michelle Juanita Lamont, and here is what we are covering today. I am going to show you what I call the frequency gap. It's this invisible ceiling that your nervous system has built that keeps your manifestations literally cannot come into this reality. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how survival shuts down your receiving ability physically, energetically in your body. I'm going to give you three signs that your nervous system is running on scarcity right now. Today, even if your conscious mind is saying all the right things, I am going to teach you the daily reset, the practices that start to reprogram that baseline. That's where you are coming from and not where you want to go. This is where manifestation actually lives, not in your head, not in your body. So let's go. All right. I want to start by telling you about something that I call the frequency gap. And once you see this, you will never, ever unsee it. Here is what most of us were taught about manifestation. You choose what you want. You believe in it. Check, check. You align your thoughts. Check, check, check. You take inspiration. Check, 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 check. And then it comes. Simple, clean, easy, right? Right? And here is why it doesn't work for so many of us, especially women who are going through everything and you're doing everything right, because manifestation is not a mental process. It is a somatic process. That means that it lives in the body. Your nervous system has a frequency, a baseline, that state it operates from. And the baseline was set a long time ago. It was set in your childhood home. It was set in old relationships. It was set in the moment that scarcity and fear and unpredictability became lost. Your nervous system learned what it feels like, that this was safe. This was your ceiling. And here is what creates the frequency gap. You can want something with everything that you have on a conscious level. You can believe that it's possible. You can vision board, you can script, you can affirm thousands of times a day. But if your nervous system baseline frequency is set below what you're trying to receive, your body will automatically reject it. Not because you're broken, not because the universe is ignoring you and seeing them, but because your nervous system's job, its entire biological process, is to keep you in familiar territory. It is wired for survival, not expansion, and it cannot hold what it has never felt safe to hold. Think about it this way. If you have had something amazing happen, a new opportunity, a relationship, a surge of money, almost immediately you will find a way to sabotage it. Or maybe it just felt wrong, like, I don't deserve all of this. Uncomfortability, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. That is not a mindset problem. That is a nervous system that is programmed to do exactly that. Pulling you back from the familiar, back to the baseline, back to fear. The frequency gap is the distance between where your nervous system sits and where your desires live. The only way to close the gap isn't to think differently. It's to feel differently, consistently. Over time, it is going to recalibrate the body. And that is what we're going to build on today, okay? So let's talk about what's actually happening in your body where you are in survival mode. Because it's not just a spiritual language. This is actual science. Your automatic nervous system has two primary modes. First is the sympathetic nervous system, which most of us know as fight, flight, freeze, fornicate, right? This is your survival state. When your body perceives a threat, real or imagined, it floods the cortisol, it floods the adrenaline, and your heart rate increases, your digestion slows down, or even shuts down. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for creativity, future thinking, problem solving, it literally goes offline. You become reactive, hypervigilant, contracted, right? You're like, ooh. The secret is your parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest. This is the creation state. This is where you feel safe, open, expanded. This is where intuition lives, where inspired ideas drop in, where you can actually be the receiver. And here's the part that most women never have been told. People, if you're spending the majority of your day in your sympathetic dominance, in low survival mode reality, you're literally in a psychological state that makes receiving impossible. And here is what makes it tricky. Survival mode does not always look like a panic attack. It doesn't always look obvious like anxiety. For many of us who've been holding things together for years and years and years, survival looks like being fine. It looks like being busy and productive and a full schedule and hustling and pushing through every single thing that happens. It looks like never being quiet and able to rest. It looks like lying awake at 3 a.m. It looks like scrolling to numb out. It looks like always bracing for the next thing. This is a chronic low-grade survival mode. This is the single biggest block to manifestation that exists because you can't be in survival mode and in creation at the same time. The body doesn't have the capacity. It's like growing a garden in concrete. The seeds, you desire, the vision is real, but the soil is the nervous system and hasn't been prepared to receive. And this is why affirmations are not landing. This is why visualizations feel flat. This is why you can say, I'm abundant, thousands and thousands of times, and your body doesn't believe it because your body is not in a state of safety. And abundance requires safety. It requires receiving love, receiving safety. All of it requires that you are okay. This is the work, not the vision board, not the nervous system, not the mantra, the body, not the mindset, the baseline. Okay, let's get practical. I'm going to give you 3 signs that your nervous system is running on scarcity programming right now. Let's tee it up. I want to be honest with you, and I want to walk through these things with you. Not judgmental, not harsh, just be honest, because awareness is the first step to reprogramming. Sign number 1, you cannot receive compliments, help, or good news without deflecting it. Someone says, you're amazing, and you are. And immediately, oh no, I'm not, or oh, you're so sweet, and then you change the subject. Someone offers you help, and you say, oh, I'm fine, I've got it. And then something good happens, and almost immediately, your brain goes to, what's the catch? What's the catch? How long will this last? When is it going to fall apart? This is the nervous system that does not know how to receive. It's not a humility thing. It's not a gratitude thing. It's a safety thing. Your body has not learned, consciously or not, that receiving, it's learned that receiving is bad, that it's not good and good things don't last, that you can't celebrate the unsafe. So it blocks it, it deflects it, it contracts. And if you cannot receive a compliment, right, Dolly? How are you going to receive a miracle? All right, so let's talk about sign number 2. This is when we calibrate from chaos instead of calm. This one's sneaky, so stay with me. If your nervous system was calibrated in an environment that was unpredictable, whether it was a chaotic home, an unstable relationship, financial uncertainty, growing up, what does it learn? It learns that chaos is normal. Chaos is familiar. Chaos is safe. And when life gets quiet, when things actually start to go well, something in you starts to feel uncomfortable. You create drama without meaning to. You pick a fight, you self-sabotage, you start a new crisis because your nervous system is saying, wait a second, what is this peace? I don't know what this is like. and something must be wrong. This is not a character flaw. This is a nervous system that was trained on stress response, and it's running that program even when the threat is gone. Sign number 3. Your body is in a constant state of bracing. You want to check in with your body right now. Are your shoulders up to your ears? Is your jaw just totally clenched? Are you holding your breath? Do you have shallow in your chest? Is there tension in your belly, your neck, your hands, all of the above? Okay, stay with me here. This is your body bracing itself. It's physically preparing for impact. It's literally saying, I cannot open, I cannot receive. Because receiving requires an open, expanded, safe body. And manifestation, the same exact system. So if you saw yourself in any of the 3 signs, I want you to take a breath. Because recognizing this is not bad news. It means that you know where the block is. And unlike your limiting beliefs, which can feel vague and hard to pin down, your nervous system can be trained. And it can be reset. This is science. This is biology. And biology is something that you and I can work with. So let's talk about the daily reset. This is a practice that I use myself, and it is something that I teach inside Manifesting Miracles Academy, which I want you to join. And I want to walk through a version of it right now, not so you can understand it conceptually, but you can start doing it right now internally. The goal is simple. To move your nervous system from sympathetic survival mode to parasympathetic creator mode. Even 5 minutes or even 10 minutes, because every single time you do that, you are retraining your baseline. You're telling your body, this is the new normal. Safety is available here. Expansion is available here. Receiving is available here. That is the daily reset that has to happen. And here are the 3 steps. The first signal. The first thing you need to do is send a signal to the nervous system that you're safe right now, okay? In this moment. Because remember, your nervous system is responding to the old data. It's running programs from the past. It's like way stuck. So we want to interrupt it with a present day safety signal. And the simple and most powerful way to do this is through breath. Extended exhaling, breathing in for 4, holding for 2, and breathing out for 6 to 8. The extended exhale, make it the long breath out. This directs, it redirects the line of the parasympathetic nervous system. This isn't woo-woo. This is physiological. When your breath, the long breath out is longer than the breath in, the cortisol drops. Your body receives the message, the threat is over, I am safe. Do this for 2 to 3 minutes every day before you do the affirmations, before you do the visualization, before you want to manifest anything. Because if you skip this step, you're building on survival mode and you can only call in what you feel safe to hold. The way you want to do this so it lands longer, okay? Step number 2, all right? After you signal safety with the breath, here's what you're going to do. You're going to open up your physical posture, roll the shoulders back, okay, and down. Unclench your jaw, open your hands, palms up, lift your head toward the ceiling, right there. This is called the receiving posture, and it matters. Your body and your nervous system are in constant communication. And when your body is contracted and braced and closed off, your nervous system mirrors that it is closed off, and it's closed off to everything. When you physically open, you literally send the signal to your nervous system, I'm open to receive, I'm not in danger, I am not bracing for the other shoe to drop. And you can layer gentle movements here. Shake your hands, roll your neck, place your hands on your heart and breathe. 4, 2, 6, anything into your body in a gentle, present way. You got this. And let's anchor a new frequency. Now and only now do you do the visualizations, do you do the affirmation, the scripting, whatever the manifestation practice is that you use and you like best, but you are going to do it differently than you have ever done it before. You are going to, instead of thinking it, you're going to feel it. Close your eyes, take a breath, bring it to your mind. Not just an image of what you want, but feel a sense of already having it. What does it feel like in your body that desire is real? Not just on paper. What does it feel like in your chest, in your shoulders, in your breath? Does it feel lighter, looser, warmer, more expanded? Stay with that physical sensation. Let your body register it as real. Because your nervous system doesn't know the difference between something that you're vividly feeling in the present and something that has actually happened. That's how powerful you are. Now, this is how you start to close the frequency gap, not by thinking higher thoughts, but by feeling new feelings in your body consistently every day. You are literally retraining what feels familiar. You're teaching your body that safety, abundance, love, they are all normal. That's your baseline. And this takes time and repetition. But if you do this every single day, if you practice this even for just 5 minutes, you're shifting from the frequency in your body. And that frequency shift starts to notice. And then all of a sudden, like from the heavens, people will reach out to you. Money shows up in unexpected places. The peace starts to feel permanent instead of suspicious. Okay? This is not coincidence. This is a regulated nervous system becoming a magnet. And that is the real work. I want to leave you with this. You were not broken, and you have never been broken. You're somebody with a nervous system that learned how to survive. And survival got you here. But this is not our destiny. You did not survive all of this just to be here. You came here to be a receiver, to create, to thrive. And that requires a regulated body and a nervous system that knows exactly how to hold what you're calling in, those big things. This is the work that I'm passionate about because it changes literally everything, not just manifesting, but how you move through your every single day life, how you show up in your relationships, how you feel in your own body, how you love, how you lead, and how you build. I want you to start today. Take 10 minutes this week and do the reset I walked you through. Signal safety, open the body, anchor the new frequency, and notice what starts to shift. Now, if you want to do this work on a deeper level, if you want to go further than a single episode can take you, I want to tell you about the Manifesting Miracles Academy. Yes, this is my community of souls who are doing this work exactly together. Every single week, live calls, deep regulated practices, a real thriving community, souls who are not going to let you shrink back into survival mode because they are in the arena with you. And right now, your first month is absolutely complimentary, no catch, no commitment, just come in and experience it. The link is in the show notes, Manifesting Miracles Academy. Thank you so much for being here. If this episode hit something real for you, and I know it did, if it felt like, okay, I got to tell somebody this, I want you to do that. And then leave a review. If you're loving this podcast, I want to see you in the next episode. If you don't manifest what you want, that's not how it works. You manifest what your body can hold. So let's make this body a place that can hold your miracles. All right, let's close with everything in joy, and let's remember that everything is always working out. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. Everything is always working out for us. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master author coach, spiritual therapist, and this host of this award-winning podcast. Remember that everything is energy. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you can't help but get it. This is physics, Albert Einstein. I want you to go in and try a month. Come on in, write a review, and I cannot wait to meet you in Zoom. You got this, and I got you. All right, producers, cue that music.